Everyone, welcome to round 4 F1 Bahrain Grand Prix. I'm going to quick fire it really because I don't think it's going to be the best Grand Prix in the world, and it doesn't really deserve too much time. A lot of controversy around it being held at all. Why isn't it cancelled? Peer pressure, all that stuff. I really don't know. I'm glad it's going ahead. I wanted another Grand Prix. It's good that we've only had a week since the last one. And China was a pretty good race. There's a lot of momentum for Mercedes, and looks like we could have a real close battle all the way through to the end of the season, providing the reliability is the same. And if all the teams are going to be close, it should be very good and hard to predict, which makes my job of predicting each race a little more difficult. But I'm enjoying each race all the more for it, so I think that's a better payoff. But Chinese Grand Prix, well, I think they did okay. I rather expected the Red Bulls to be a bit faster, but they just genuinely are not the top team anymore. They are a top team, but I'd say they're probably third right now, so a lot for the guys American teams to think about, and predictions slightly off. But Hamilton, third place, predicted, perfect prediction there. Maldonado, 8th. Beyond that, I was a little off on a few other things. I didn't think Mercedes would be so dominant, really, at times. Shame about Michael Schumacher retiring, but he hasn't had a lot of luck this year, and I think that hopefully will change soon, but not this race. So my predictions for this race then, going with form, I think Hamilton, always good at qualifying, he's got a very good car. I think it's going to be a Hamilton sweep. It's been coming for a while. I've predicted it a couple of times now, and finally I think he's going to do it. McLaren, the best all-round car, and when you've got a lap at about 2 minutes long, I think it's going to be very tough to beat the McLarens. So, in short then, I've gone for Hamilton pole, win, fastest lap. Also Jensen second, and I think they'll sprint away from the rest of the field. Might be a rather dominant procession at the very front, but hopefully the rest of it will be a bit more exciting. And they're looking very good for the constructors right now, and Hamilton into a clear lead, that's what I'm predicting. Rosberg, off the heels of a good Chinese Grand Prix, I think he'll be full of confidence. I think he'll do another good qualifying lap, but won't necessarily get pole. The tyres probably won't last so well on the Mercedes, so it could be a distant but still solid third. So same podium as China then. Also same 4th and 5th place drivers. Go for Red Bull. I think this is about where they are, 4th and 5th. Vettel leading home Webber. Should be quite close there. Webber's found his form. This weekend we're looking at Vettel switching to Webber's exhaust system, because he, in China, made a point of going for a more, I suppose, comfortable car as opposed to a fast one, if you could put it like that. Sauber's looking pretty good, has genuine pace. They got a little bit wrong with the strategy, I think, but we're close to some very good points. I think Bahrain could suit them with the tyre conservation type style of driving. I've got a Perez down for a 6th place, which seems maybe slightly ballsy, but I think actually in this year such a prediction isn't such a shock. Raikkonen down for a solid 7th. He's had pace all year really, but it's not quite come together for a big result. I think this could be the same again. Looking after the tyres, I think it's going to be a bit tough, and maybe the Lotus actually isn't so good on its tyres. That's what we've discovered, albeit he was trying a very risky strategy last weekend. Alonso, another 4 points in 8th. Damage limitation as he's described. He has won in Bahrain 3 times before. Because there's no real upgrades to the car until they really get into the European round, it's going to be tough for the Ferrari to improve quickly at all. But being Alonso, he'll do his best. But the low points is all they can really hope for at the moment, I think. Kobayashi, 2nd Sauber, 9th. A little way behind Sergio, but Yeah, driving pretty well. Rumours of Sauber being sponsored by Chelsea Football Club in the near future. Those are the rumours around the internet, which could be quite interesting. We've already got Queen's Park Rangers being a big sponsor of the Lotus team. They have the same owner. And finally, Maldonado 10th. Williams' resurgence continues. Not in a surprising way, but just steady, pick up the odd point here or there. They're looking pretty good. Senna is actually beating him on points. It's a pretty close contest throughout the year. I don't know whether they'll be able to sustain the development, but it's good to see them have a solid midfield car at least. I haven't got them down for a sensible 10th place and 1 point. So yeah, there we go. Hamilton sweep. I don't think it probably won't be as good as the Chinese Grand Prix. It was a very good Grand Prix in terms of intrigue. The results didn't particularly go my way either in predictions or the results I'd have preferred for my own sort of satisfaction. Being an Alonso fan, I might have preferred Jensen getting the win as well, actually, and we were sort of cheated from that. Arguably, such was the pit stop malfunction. But all in all, very good race, very good season. Bahrain Grand Prix, it's going ahead. The teams are out there. A few of the Force India team personnel were caught up amongst some, I suppose, rioting. The descriptions vary. But everybody's okay. But it's a bit of a sort of warning sign of things to come. Sponsor boycotts are being called for. I don't think anything will really happen. They'll just talk about it endlessly throughout the Grand Prix, but it's only going to last 2 or 3 days, and then all of the fuss will be over. Of course, it's a sensitive area, and I'm sure if you are to be in that country for an extended period of time, you will, be much more involved with it. But I think as a passing F1 fan, you just gotta tune in for the Grand Prix, enjoy the Grand Prix, perhaps not go there, but it's too late for the people that have already purchased their tickets, of course, which is why it needs to go ahead. But it's not a very well spectated or attended Grand Prix anyway, so no real loss if they just cut it off the calendar and cut their losses. Probably for financial reasons, it might not happen as soon as it should, but when you have tracks like Rangley Cours queuing up to be on the championship, then I think it's an easy decision, really, for the viewer. But good year so far. Let's see how the predictions go. Because we have nothing to go on from 2011 because the race was cancelled, it's a little bit tough to predict complete form. 2 years is a long time in F1, but yeah, I've gone with a few safe bets, I think, and we'll see how it goes. Should be an okay race. Such are the new rules this year, which will save a boring Grand Prix, I think. So those are my predictions. Thanks for watching again, and I'll be back for the Barcelona predictions in 2 or 3 weeks, possibly 4 weeks' time. I think it's a long time till the next Grand Prix. So I'll see you there for those. See you later.